Let me address this. I'm hearing people say Montez Ford is the masked man. And I'm going to try to get this video out before Raw comes on, because just in case they do reveal the masked man, I highly doubt that. But Montez Ford is not the masked man. It's probably the dumbest thing ever, but it's probably Seth Rollins. Because we know WWE sucks. We know Triple H wants to ruin wrestling. So why would the masked man be Montez Ford? Why would they break up the Street Profits? The only inkling, if Montez Ford was the masked man, Bianca would literally have to have something comes out where she's on Raw. Like if Bianca challenged Stephanie or something like that after she won Raw Rumble or something, then I might say Montez Ford is going to be on Raw. But let's be honest. Montez Ford is only with the WWE because Bianca is his wife. That's the only. Montez Ford would have been released. And it's not anything to do with Montez Ford. Montez Ford might be top 5, to be honest. Top 5 actual athletic wrestlers in WWE. I mean, Montez Ford and Logan Paul almost have the same kind of physique. He is in great shape. He can do all the flippy dippy high flying stuff too. But he just hasn't had anything that just impacted the crowd. Even though Street Profits was over at one point, but they will not give them a character change. When they broke up the Dudley Boys, I was like, that was dumb. It really was dumb. But you can actually break up the Street Profits, give Montez Ford his own character, give Angelo Dawkins another gimmick, and ride that way. I think Angelo Dawkins would make a great jobber. Like, not just saying he has to lose, but imagine Angelo Dawkins being like the black version of the Big Boss Man. You can do that. Montez Ford could kind of, he was in the army before. He has a backstory. Let him be the black version of Sergeant Slaughter. Let him be the black American hero. He would get over. Any gimmick you throw, as long as you don't throw him something like dumb like Stardust or something, no funny, stupid, R-Truth type gimmicks, and Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins can get over. They don't even have to be the cliche N-words. That's what the Usos are doing. Air Force Ones, grills in their mouth. Let the Usos, guess what? Let the Usos continue to do that because it's going to fail. And let the Street Profits break up and give them actual gimmicks and they will get over. Bianca probably only got 3 more years in this company just because she's a woman. Women don't last that long. I'm surprised Charlotte is still here. I'm surprised Becky Lynch is still here, but they don't create stars. So let 2026 be the breaking up of the Street Profits. Let them go their own ways. Let the draft do its job. Hey, we got drafted and we left on a good note. That's kind of what they did with the Hardy Boys. There wasn't just a humongous beef between them. They did a story with that eventually, but hey, drafted, boom. Matt did his thing, Jeff did his thing. And Jeff didn't really just change his character. He continued to be Jeff Hardy. Matt Hardy had the MFers. He had version 1, version 2, like, bruh, like, you can break up the Street Profits. They're good enough to have their own gimmick, But let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Y'all really think the Street Profits and this Masked Man, like, y'all think Montez Ford is the Masked Man? Because I do not. I don't even think they would even elevate Montez Ford, to be honest. I don't think Montez Ford is going to be a SmackDown jobber until Bianca retires. That's what it's going to be. Montez Ford can leave and go to AEW and he would fit in perfectly. But, he can't hurt Bianca. Montez Ford getting that check. Bianca is a well-known, the top women's wrestler in WWE. The most over. People like to say it's Rhea and all that, but I ain't getting into all that. Bianca's number 1. Period.